rocket racing vehicles might come to LEGO Fortnite. Now, it's 100% confirmed that we're getting the steering wheel in Friday's update, but they also mentioned more mechanical mayhem. So does that mean that we're going to get the rocket racing Lamborghini and muscle cars added into LEGO Fortnite as well? We do not know. Now, in the image that came from Fire Monkey, somebody posted inside of their forums asking if the vehicles from Rocket Racing will also work in LEGO Fortnite. Epic responded that would not happen at launch, but they're looking into it. Now, this was directly from December when the game originally came out. We're now over 4 months deep into LEGO Fortnite, and we do not have working prefab vehicles in the game. However, we know that here at the end of March, or next week, next Friday, March 22nd, we're getting the steering wheel with the Monster Mayhem update added into the game. So are we going to see rocket racing cars added into LEGO Fortnite just now? I would have to assume that we're not going to. But the positive to this is that if they are going to continue to bring stuff from our lockers and add them into LEGO Fortnite like rocket racing cars, this may mean that gliders may come straight from our binder, as well as back blings and different things like that. Now, what I will say is we probably all have the same opinion when it comes to something like this being added into the game. Yes, it would make the game a little bit more fun, but it would be unfortunate if they threw it behind a paywall. I don't have a problem with them adding stuff like this and giving us new cars and fun stuff like that. However, if it's going to continue to be 2,000 V-Bucks, 1,500 V-Bucks or more in order to have fun with that, then I am not going to be somebody that buys it. I don't have a problem with getting some of the LEGO sets that cost that, as I'm going to be building and living in these bases every single day while I'm playing for hours a day, but they need to lower the prices not only of these LEGO sets, but if they're going to add vehicles in it as well, we do need to see an influx of some of the free material that can be added into the game. There's no reason why we're going to get Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and muscle cars added into LEGO Fortnite to go along with this, and them also cost money to add those into the game, and us still not have free content. So I think I speak for everybody when I say we definitely need to have improved free content before we receive any of these items in the game, and when we do receive them, we still need free content added into the game. Now, with steering wheels coming on Friday, I wanted to give you guys a quick look at a nice vehicle that you guys are able to build in LEGO Fortnite right now that currently has decent steering, but adding a steering wheel onto this would make it even better. All that you need on this build is to ensure that you have a large surface area to put this as a landing pad. Put your dynamic foundation on top of 3 large blocks of foundation so it stands alone and you get access to underneath of it, and then add yourself some support beams underneath of this area. Now, I'm going to design this to look to match my beachy biome, but you guys do not need to do that at all. So I'm going to use the all white beams, although this looks just fine even with the brown or wood beams under here. So add that just for landing purposes and destroying some trees. Next up, if you guys want to go ahead and design this, you guys could throw some rugs on here as well. But I will say that during this build or after this build, what I realized is a lot of this stuff does weigh this down, which is going to be very unfortunate as far as getting very high in this game. You could always add more balloons onto this, and I will show you guys how we're going to do that later. But I like adding a little design to it. That way, when I'm floating around, I'm not sitting on this boring dynamic foundation the entire time. So add some wooden beams or some wooden colors to it, and then also add some rugs. That way that your design looks at least a little bit nice. Now, the design that I put on the sides of this is completely optional. I just did this to kind of match my exterior. However, all that you want to do once you guys finish those beams underneath and your design on the top, if you wanted to place that, was add small thrusters onto the back. The way that I space mine out is 3 on the far left and 3 on the far right. This doesn't change very much at all. You guys can actually put more of these on here as well if you guys would like, but 6 of these is just fine. Once you guys do this, we do need to put the activation switch onto this platform. It does make more sense to put this on the front of this vehicle rather than the back, and that's more so for turning purposes. But once you guys add that down there, we're now going to put our balloons on the corner of our rug pieces, or if you guys did not add a rug or design on here, you would simply put this onto the small blue circles that show up on that dynamic foundation. And this should lift up your vehicle, keep it balanced. That way, when you're going to use that activation switch, it is going to push you in the direction that you're facing, obviously, and you're going to be at a height typically that is larger than most trees, just not the one in my home base. Now, when it comes to turning, it's actually a much easier than you guys would think. So before we get the steering wheel, one thing that you guys could do to turn this is simply add a staircase onto which side you guys want to turn. Now, this is more of a slow turn in that direction. If you guys need to, you can put a second staircase on there and that'll turn you guys much faster. Now, something that I messed up with was I used a lot of wood to design mine and I got myself way too low, and that brought me right next to a brute. So I realized I wasn't going to lift myself up without extra balloons. So I either have to remove some wood or I have to ditch this thing and go and get myself some more balloons. So if you guys are going to build this exact thing, just make sure that you're not using as much wood to design it. The rugs are fine, but adding too much wood is a problem. Now, personally, I wasn't somebody that cared too much about the steering wheel being added into the game. I always felt as though it's just going to take away from the activation switch. So being able to just simply put down a staircase to turn for you and then using the activation switch to speed up or slow down made so much more sense to me. But who knows exactly how Epic is going to add the steering wheel and how they're going to treat the activation switch and any vehicles going forward. Because like I said, if we're getting the steering wheel, we should be getting vehicles. Hopefully they're not the LEGO racing vehicles just yet. Let's get some free content in here first before we add anything like that. But I definitely want to know your guys' thoughts on these vehicles being added into the game. Potentially, if they are going to kind of merge every single version of Fortnite together into one happy family with LEGO Fortnite, I definitely want to know what you guys want to see most. Myself, I want to see this game broken down into seasons with themes on LEGO Fortnite, whether that's the builds or mini events that could happen on your world. I think that's a really big way to make this LEGO Fortnite thing really blow up in a direction that they want to see. But I'm really interested in what you guys think down in the comment section below. So let me know your thoughts on the steering wheel, LEGO racing coming into the game, and then next Friday's update, what are you guys most excited to see? I hope that you guys enjoyed this breakdown and the tutorial on this aircraft. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, guys, this was Crafty. I'm out. Peace.